day 4, our first full day in Sapporo. Technically yesterday we spent most of the day in Otaru and Yoichi. We didn't really look around Sapporo at all actually yet, just the train station. But today we're going to venture out, and we're venturing out into this. It's snowing out there today. They're calling for, I think, like 5 centimeters of snow, so just a dusting. And we're gonna do a few things indoors, I think, today. We're gonna go to the Sapporo Beer Museum later. We're looking forward to that. And we're just gonna sort of escape some of the snow. Having said that, we are gonna walk through Odori Park today. So we're gonna head out. It is just past 9 o'clock. One thing I was noticing, so we're right up, One thing I was noticing is we're right above the train station here. So that's the front of the train station. And there's 3 big shopping complexes sort of attached to the train station. I think there's one down here. That dome is on the top of one. I think that's like 6 stories. And then there's one over there. You can see the green logo on the side there. That's another one. And then there's one right here, I think. That's called what's that called? Sapporo Tower, I think, or JR Tower. And then the train station is back there. And I was just noticing, I think that must be a parking deck, but they did an interesting thing on the top. They put signs pointing to various sites around here. Thought that was kind of interesting, because not many people are going to see that. All right, let's make a move. Are you ready to make a move?
Breakfast did me in.
Oh, you ate too much breakfast.
I ate everything.
All right, I'm going to get you out of bed and then we're going to go. We found the first part of the underground entrance. I guess we found, with the help of the hotel giving me a map. But it's still pretty crazy navigating these underground areas and the train stations and whatnot. The big ones are just massive, and there's stuff everywhere and people everywhere. So we are underground. We are heading to Sapporo-Ekimae Dori underground walkway. I totally just butchered that, but that will connect us to Pole Town. We are here. We will make our way all the way up there to Odori Station. Along our walk on the underground walkway, we came to an area called Art Street or Art Stage, and there's various little art exhibits like this one here with these really neat paintings. And they all seem clearly related to Sapporo or Hokkaido in some way. Like, I think this is probably of the Susukino area, which is like a entertainment sort of district, where you can see there's that looks like the Nika Whiskey Brewery logo, and there's Kirin. And there's the I don't know if it's Sapporo or Hokkaido ramen that is famous for having butter and corn in it. And probably Sapporo, because there's a Sapporo clock tower. And there's the whiskey dude again. There's also a bunch of like small vendors down here, kind of like flea market-esque a little bit. I guess would you say? Are they kind of like?
Yeah, flea market-esque or garage sale-ish.
Yeah, very neat. But it just amazes me, and you all probably say this a lot while we're in Japan, just how much stuff there is everywhere, and how many people there are. Like, there just seems like no shortage of stores and restaurants everywhere you turn. Like, we're down here in this underground walkway, and there's cafes and restaurants and shopping, and it's really mind-boggling for someone coming from like North America, where generally it's just not as populated and dense. Been enjoying some time down in Pole Town, which is this sort of like underground walking path and shopping arcade. We actually popped up to a Uniqlo because I wanted to get some of that heat tech I was mentioning before, and I also picked up some snazzy socks. They had a ton of cool colors, so I picked out some colors I usually don't buy. But we're at a map here. We're just heading out to get some food. We have to get out of the walkway, so I was just checking out the map. And this has thrown me off so many times on various visits to Japan. It's not even funny. And I only really realized it very recently. It was the first couple I just thought I just could not read a map, because I would always get out of the subway or train station and totally be going in the wrong direction. And what I had never noticed was this up here, that on the maps, north doesn't always mean up, which is what I'm used to from looking at maps pretty much all over the world. If I'm totally wrong about that, please comment below and set me straight. But yeah, keep that in mind when you're trying to navigate. Look for which way north actually is if you use that to orient yourself. So we actually need to flip this, and we are going to head this way, which on their map would be this way. So be warned. Hey, you're awake finally.
I'm awake because we went shopping and now we're here for ice cream. We found the cutest ice cream shop in the world.
Yeah, it's called Penguin-Dou. Hokkaido is known for their dairy products. You know, they have a lot of open space, a lot of fresh air, fresh grass, fresh open, what do they call it, pasture-raised cattle, and it really makes their dairy quite top-notch, and it's apparently known worldwide. And it's true. At the breakfast buffet this morning and yesterday, they have milk. They have Hokkaido milk, and it's really good. Like, the stuff at home just tastes so sterile. There's no flavor in it, and it's just kind of boring. But this has flavor, and it feels like it's alive. Like, it's really good. So you saw us have soft serve the very first day we're in Sapporo, but I was so out of it, I didn't know what the heck was going on. So we wanted to find another place. I hunted down this place on the internet. Someone recommended this, like one of the best in Sapporo, and when we got here, it looked like, well, she was closed. And she told us they didn't open until 2 or something like that. So, but we just sort of stood in the door trying to figure out what we were going to do instead. And I guess we looked desperate enough that she said we could come in. So
she took pity on us.
Yeah, she took pity on us. So what do you think of the ice cream?
I think the ice cream is fantastic. When you bite into it, you really feel that the flavor of the sesame, it wasn't flavoring, it was like full on real quality sesame, and they just put a lot in and it was delicious. And the actual milk ice cream, it just feels like it's what ice cream is meant to taste like. It's creamy and wholesome tasting. I love it.
Oh, we should be accurate. This is soft serve. This is not ice cream. It's so good. It feels like ice cream, but this is actually soft serve.
What's the difference between soft serve and ice cream?
Now you're getting technical on me.
Okay. Well, it's creamy and it's good.
I got coffee flavor. So what we got was soft serve with a scoop of ice cream. And so that's what Nicole was talking about the sesame. And I got coffee. But the coffee flavor of the ice cream was really strong, really good, like strong coffee flavor. And as I was eating it, I was starting to mix it with their regular soft serve, and it mellowed out the flavor a little bit, and that was really, really good, like almost like a cafe au lait. Yeah, this place is amazing. I'll put a link in the description below of how to find this place.
Oh my gosh, what happened here? Didn't you finish your ice cream already?
Yes.
Well, what's that?
And I got a second one. It was so good. I just had to get another one. This time I got caramel ice cream on top of my soft serve. Just try it. Oh yeah, it reminds me of like the little caramels you would get at Halloween. It's got that kind of a vibe. You can eat this stuff all day. but this will be my second and last, yes. What I didn't mention earlier is this place actually converts into a bar at night. So after they do their soft serve during the day, then you can get, I don't know if they serve like soft serve with alcohol on it, but they definitely have a full-on bar here behind me. And yeah, very interesting little place.
What I like about this place is that it has like an old-timey romantic vibe to it. There's only 3 tables. The chandeliers coming, I don't know if you call them chandeliers, but they're definitely old-fashioned lighting, glass bulbs coming down from the ceiling, and yeah, the vibe here just feels romantic and cozy.
All right, we're all done with that ice cream. That was so good. I kind of want a third, but Nicole won't let me do it. So I'll have to be satisfied for now with the 2. I'm sure we'll be hitting up some more soft serve in the future, and possibly some gelato, which is another thing that they do here with Hokkaido milk. So Nicole's inquiry got me wondering, so I Googled it. The difference between soft serve and regular ice cream is that soft serve is made with a lower fat milk, and it's made at a higher temperature, and there's more air sort of incorporated into it when it's frozen, and that gives it that more sort of creamy consistency. So there you go. In case you were wondering as well, that's the difference between soft serve and ice cream. So we're just going to head out of here onto our next destination. We're standing right underneath of Sapporo's TV tower. It's this sort of Eiffel Tower looking thing that they built in 1957 to repeat FM radio around to northern parts of Hokkaido, and it's it's about 147 meters high. It has an observation deck at 90 meters. It's kind of a neat landmark, but they are going to probably be ripping it down. Apparently they've been talking about building a new TV tower, which is going to be 650 meters, I think it said. Yeah, 650 meters, which will be huge. It'll actually be taller than Tokyo's new skyscraper, the Sky Tree, which is like 630 meters. So they'll just beat it out. But I wonder if they'll rip this down when they build that one tower. So this tower is at the one end of Odori Park. And Odori Park spreads out east-west, and it separates Sapporo into the northern part and the southern part. And we're probably going to come back here at night because it's all lit up for their light festival that started a couple days ago and runs until the snow festival. And then looks like it'll be pretty neat. So we're just going to take a little stroll down here, and then we are going to go back down into Aurora Town, which is like Pole Town but slightly different, and because it's kind of cold. One thing I didn't mention earlier is that they added the clocks onto the tower. There's 4 clocks, one on each side, in 1961. Those were added by the Matsushita Electric Industrial Company, and they've been replaced a few times since then. And in 2006, the last time they fixed them up, they actually replaced them with LED versions. And it was at that point when they changed the name under the clock from National to Panasonic. Maybe Panasonic did the repairs, I'm not quite sure. But yeah, I was trying to say, it's kind of neat. Hopefully they don't tear it down when they build the new tower. And Nicole disagreed, and she's right. I guess it's functional. We just finished looking around the TV tower, and we were going to go walking in Odori Park, but it is kind of chilly, and it looks like it'll be way nicer at night when all the lights are lit up. So we came back down to the underground, and we are in an area called Aurora Town, similar to Pole Town, and we just turned a corner and we saw this very odd bird display, I guess you would call it. There's a bunch of budgies, I guess they are, in a big glass cube thing. The Little Bird Square is what it's called. And there's just a bunch of birds flying around, and well, actually they're not flying, are they? Sitting around in there, being gawked at. It's kind of odd.
What you got there?
I got another bun.
Is it afternoon tea time?
I suppose it's afternoon beer time.
Oh,
So we were at the Sunkist convenience store, and they had a cocoa curry bun, so had to give that a try. see what it's like. It's like a curry beef, or I don't see any beef yet. That looks like cheese. Curry cheese in a nice fluffy steamed bun.
Curry and cheese. You can't go wrong with that.
The first thing I'm getting is the curry, obviously. It's got a really good curry flavor.
They're a restaurant chain, right?
Yeah, Coco Curry. It's a restaurant chain.
Because when we go there a few years ago?
We did, and we walked past one today.
Yeah.
I'm not getting any cheese, though.
I find Japanese cheese in general to be very mild.
Except for the Hokkaido stuff that we've been eating. The camembert.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm not getting a ton of flavor. I'm not getting a ton of flavor out of the bun itself. That is excellent.
Which one's better, the pizza or the?
I can't choose.
Okay.
They're both good in their own. They have their own merit. And the other thing I've got here is a Sapporo beer. And this is a beer that they do that you can only get in Hokkaido. There's a few beers that they only have in Hokkaido. And that's a thing that a lot of different companies do. And I think regions have their own, well, they have their own specialties, but they also, the companies will come out with, like there's Kit Kats sometimes, limited edition Kit Kats that come out with flavors that are Hokkaido only flavors, and you can only buy it in Hokkaido. And so there's lots of things like that. We haven't found any yet. I'm going to do a bit of research and see if I can find some, but this is an example of that. So I wonder if I can taste the difference. It does have a slight different taste than the regular Sapporo, but I couldn't really tell you what it is. Yeah, I'm not sure how to describe that difference. So we're going to I'm going to finish up this bun, and we're going to freshen up a bit, and we're going to head out for our evening activities. You didn't think we'd come to Hokkaido, the birthplace of Japanese beer, without visiting the Mecca, did you? Wow, the exhibit here is really amazing. I'm really enjoying this so far. It's really well done. They have a little mini theater here where you can watch a couple of videos that give you some information about how this all got started. And it really got started by the Keitakushi, which was a organization started up, the Hokkaido Development Commission, and they really pushed forward the development of Hokkaido, and getting beer started was one of their initiatives. It was originally going to be done in Tokyo, but that got overturned and was moved to Hokkaido, and that's how Hokkaido became the birthplace of Japanese beer. The Sapporo Beer Company really has two men to thank for giving birth to them and getting this whole thing started, and one of them was put in charge by the commission to come up here and start a beer company, a beer brewing company, and he's the man who overturned having it done in Tokyo and brought it up to Hokkaido. The other man was the man who went to Germany and learned how to make beer and brought that knowledge back here, and together they were able to get this company off the ground, and we all thank them for that. What beer factory tour would be complete without a sampling at the end? And this one's no different. They have a big sampling room here with a bar, and you buy tickets from the machine. just like we did when we were buying noodles back in Tokyo. And I decided to try the original beer recipe that they have here, Kei Takushi, which is the name of the Hokkaido commission we mentioned earlier. It was also the original name of the beer company, and it is the original recipe that they made. It's a really nice beer with a bit of a fruity aftertaste. Very good. So I'm going to finish up this beer and we're going to head out because we have reservations over at the beer hall here. Looking forward to some Genghis Khan. Alright, so after working up an appetite at the museum, we came over to the beer garden, which is also in the old building. And we're doing all-you-can-eat set, which comes with like the Genghis Khan, which is something that's very popular up here, and it's basically mutton, and it's cooked on a griddle, and you just eat as much of it as you want. It's sushi and also crab and various other bits. Nicole is extremely hungry, so we're going to get into it and see how much damage we can do. So here, show them the griddle. So they put vegetables and meat on there, and then the crab.
And the bucket.
All right, let's do this. Wait.
No meal is complete without a bib.
You get a bib. Very cool. I'm ready. Done a bit of damage here. A whole family of crab have been eaten. So good. Very, very good crab. So fresh, it's juicy. And they just keep bringing more and more. We've been chowing down for almost our allotted time of an hour and 40 minutes. We've gone through, we filled up a whole bucket of crab shells. This is our second bucket. We're about halfway on that one. I think I feel ill. I've eaten so much crab, and it's so good. It's ridiculously fresh. We're also been eating the Genghis Khan, which is mutton that you put on the this hot plate, and you just cook it here with vegetables. Yeah, we're on the tail end of dinner. We've got one more order of crab coming, so we'll try and show you a bit of that before we devour it. And I don't know, we'll probably update you after as we waddle home. Well, okay, we've recovered from our crab coma. I think we ate a large family of crab. I was going to say small, but that was definitely a large family. Large family of crab.
A large family of large crabs.
Yes, we finished up dinner yesterday and we managed to get home and get to bed. Like, we didn't really do much else. Didn't feel like filming or doing anything. Just wanted to get home and sleep that off. So today is the next day that we're doing yesterday's wrap-up video. So I'll probably add this video at the end of yesterday's video, even though it was recorded the day after. So continuity issues. We're not dressed the same. But anyways, so that beer museum was really amazing. I know we keep saying that, but we're just enjoying this trip, enjoying everything we're seeing. And that one was, I was really looking forward to going to the beer museum leading up to the trip, and it did not disappoint at all. I think it more than met my expectations.
It way exceeded mine.
Yeah.
The grounds just were spectacular.
Yeah, the building itself was beautiful. This red brick building that was built like the late 1800s. And it was, the trees were all decorated, as you saw, with nice white lights. I think they were doing it up for Christmas.
And it was just pristine.
It was pristine. Yeah, it was really, really well presented. The inside, the actual museum part, all the exhibits had English. So everything was fully accessible. What they had was all the displays were in Japanese, but on each display there were cards that you could pull out. There was like English, Chinese, Korean. There might have been another language, I don't remember. But you just pull out this card and everything on the display was translated. So there was no issues there. A lot of times you go to a museum in a foreign country and it's the English is really hit or miss. This was no problem. What else in there? I really liked they had a timeline showing all the beers that they've ever produced. That was really neat to see, starting like with the very first one in 1877 all the way to today. And they also showed a bunch of posters, which were their ad campaigns. And so they had those also stretching out from the early ads to today. You really liked those?
Yeah, that was definitely my favorite part of the exhibit. You can see how the typography, design, and the style changing throughout the years.
Yeah. So then you go through all the exhibit, learning about how they got started and the Hokkaido commission that was set up. We were rushing a little bit. We had a little bit less than an hour because we had reservations to eat at the beer hall. I think if you wanted to really do it justice, an hour and a half is probably good if you just get through it. There's also 2 videos, very short videos that you can watch that are subtitled. Those are interesting. So yeah, definitely check out the beer museum if you have any inclination into that at all. It was really good. Probably one of the best beer museums we've been to. The only other one that comes to mind that might rival it was the Heineken experience in Amsterdam. Yeah, I can't think of another one at that caliber. Those 2 were really good. Then we went into the beer hall, and I guess when we asked the hotel to make reservations for us, there was a communication problem because there's 2 halls there. There's the Genghis Khan hall, where they serve only the all-you-can-eat Genghis Khan, which is this mutton sort of grill thing that's famous in Sapporo. Or there's the other hall which does that, but also all-you-can-eat crab legs and all-you-can-eat sushi, and that's what we wanted. But luckily they had space in the other hall, so we moved over there and we devoured plate after plate after plate of this crab. Didn't really get to video too much down there because we were just disgusting. Like my hand was just dripping with crab juice. I kept my napkin, like a washcloth type napkin, on right in front of me so I could like clean off the bottom of my fist as I was eating, because the crab was perfectly cooked.
Yeah. Like
super juicy, eh?
Ridiculously succulent. I can't even. There's no words for me to describe how amazing that crab was. It just exceeded all of my expectations. Yeah, just amazing.
It was good. We sat there and thought whether we wanted to do the all-you-can-eat crab option, and I think we made the right call.
Definitely the right call. I don't think for the 2 hours that we were there, we barely spoke to one another because we were just concentrated on eating the crab.
Yeah, it was really good. I'm not a huge seafood eater, but I held my own. I think I out-ate you.
Yeah, you did actually.
Which
is impressive.
Yeah. That is impressive.
It is.
And one thing that was a bit annoying is they gave you a bucket to throw all your shells in, which is pretty common. But we filled the bucket up, and I wanted to take some video of that and a picture, but they took it away and replaced it with another bucket, which we almost filled as well, but not quite as impressively as the first bucket. So anyway,
to give everyone a idea of how big the bucket is, there is a table of 7 men sitting right behind us, and it took all 7 men to fill up one bucket.
I don't know that just goes to show what kind of pigs we were, more than anything, I think. So yeah, I would definitely recommend checking out the beer hall as well. It was a really good combo going into the museum. We probably should have gone a bit earlier, and then going straight to the dinner. It was really good experience.
Definitely do both if you can manage it.
Yeah, I was looking up where to go for this Genghis Khan, and several websites suggested this beer hall as being the place to go. So there's that. If you are interested in trying that, you can kill a couple birds with one stone there. And something that was really fun that happened while we were eating was there was a guy beside us, a Japanese guy beside us by himself eating. I guess he was having shabu shabu, all you can eat shabu shabu, but also all you can drink. They also do an all you can drink option there, and I don't think I saw his beer glass at anything but full or completely empty, and in his hand looking for the next one. Like that guy was pounding back the beers, but at some point I guess he got enough courage from all his beer to talk to us, and he basically shoved his cell phone in Nicole's hand. Because his wife, who is back home in Sendai, I'm not sure what he was doing here.
He's here on business.
He's here on business. Yeah. I wonder how his business meetings are going today. But his wife has been teaching herself English, which was amazing because I also spoke to her a little bit, and her English was really good. Like, it was really impressive if she was teaching herself.
Self-taught, yeah.
Yeah. So, and it was kind of interesting that they were from Sendai because we're going to Sendai in a few days. Or maybe a week at this point.
He was such a warm and friendly guy.
Yeah, he was. He was
really
fun.
Nice.
He kept wanting to take our picture, and at the end of the meal, I had taken my bib off and ripped it, and he gave me his bib he hadn't used so I could wear it for pictures, and then we took pictures with him, and he was just really nice and really eager to talk to us, and for us to talk to his wife. I guess his wife doesn't get a lot of opportunity to practice her English, so Nicole spoke to her for quite a bit. Yeah, really, that just capped off the evening.
Just a fantastic evening.
Yeah. So
I was talking to Mike earlier, and I was saying I'm having a fantastic time here, and it feels like there's so much to do.
And by here you mean Hokkaido.
Yeah, and before when we were planning our trip, I was a bit hesitant. I was a bit anxious that we might be bored here. There wasn't going to be a lot to do, but I was wrong.
Yeah, there's a lot to do. We actually yesterday seriously debated whether we should just change our entire itinerary so we could stay here longer. And we were going to do it. I looked up trying to get a reservation to this hotel in a few days after RogCon we're going to, and it just completely booked. So that sort of made the decision for us. We'll stick through our itinerary, but that's just how much we're enjoying it here. I would easily could have stayed in Sapporo alone for a full week.
Yeah.
Instead of just 4 nights. So we're going to get a move on. Yesterday or today, however you want to look at it, based on how we're filming and editing the video, was amazing. And hopefully today or tomorrow, it's going to be equally good. So we'll see you tomorrow. Later today. Wow, if you've made it all the way to this point in the video, we thank you a lot for watching. We hope you're enjoying these videos from Japan. If you are, please like the video. It really helps us spread the word. And subscribe if you haven't already subscribed so you don't miss any videos, because we've got, at this point, a lot of videos coming. So today you saw us in Sapporo. We had our first full day in Sapporo. We went to that ice cream place, the soft serve place. We explored Town and Aurora Town a little bit. And then we capped off the day with the Sapporo Beer Museum and that amazing crab meal. You remember that?
I'm never going to forget that crab meal.
I have a bit of advantage over you because I'm editing the video, so I'm getting to see all the footage. But yeah, that was a really fun day. Really enjoyed Sapporo.
I had such a good time. I want to go back, actually.
Yeah, definitely. I think we will go back. And that ice cream, like the soft serve ice cream, they're not joking around when they say Hokkaido has really good soft serve ice cream.
Who would have thought like milk flavor would be so flavorful?
Yeah.
It would have such a punch.
Well, remember the milk at the breakfast bar at the hotel?
Yeah.
That was crazy. It was so good. Nicole had a really great idea that during these end cards that we want to film at the end of these videos, to show you something that we purchased during the video. So we have something for you today. I don't know if this should make the video. I forget if I put it in, but there was a spot in Aurora Town where we found this really weird glass cube with birds in it, and I was filming myself talking about it a bit, and the store behind me that you can see
was this specialty Hokkaido store. Remember that store? Yeah. Full of products that were made from ingredients or made in Hokkaido. And they had, remember the samples?
Oh, yes.
They had some really good samples going on at that store.
The fried cheese?
Yeah, the fried cheese.
That store, they did a really good job marketing everything they had in there.
Yeah.
I wanted to buy it all.
Yeah.
Some things were kind of like scary looking, but I still wanted to bring it home.
And I didn't film anything in there. I don't have any footage of the store itself, unfortunately. But we do have something that we purchased from there. So we got this. This is king crab curry. And I've opened it up and taken the pouch out. So this is what was in the box, is this pouch. And to make this, you just boil this pouch. I think you can microwave it. I Google translated the back here. You could microwave it, but we're just going to do it old school and boil the pouch for 3 to 5 minutes in boiling water.
Can you feel crab pieces in there?
Yes, there's a big chunk right here.
This was a pretty pricey little package. It's small. How much is in here? Like 200 grams. And it was like almost $8.
Was it?
Yeah. Better be premium.
Better be good. So we're going to go make this up and we'll show you what it looks like. It was pretty simple to make.
Pretty simple.
So you saw we made some rice. We made some sushi rice actually for the curry because we wanted a nice sticky rice for the curry. And we made that in our sojurushi. And then just basically boil a pot of water. Once it's boiling, dump in that silver pack into the water, and then it's going to go in there for, it says 3 to 5 minutes. So we did 4 minutes on the timer. And then once it's done, we just take it out. Cut off the top and pour it in.
The smell is driving me bananas right now.
It's a really dark looking curry.
Let's dig in. I got the big chunk of crab in the package.
You did? I didn't get any big chunks of crab. They all dumped out into your bowl.
Yeah, I think it's about probably 95% curry sauce and 5% crab.
Yeah.
I should have the first bite, shall I?
Sure. It smells really good.
It is really good. Just want to take a moment and really savor it.
Let me try some. Let's get some without the rice. Get some of the sauce. It's really, really good. It's got a really... At first, I don't know what the flavor was that was hitting me. The curry flavor, definitely, but it's a very interesting curry flavor. And then shortly after, like crab, I get a lot of crab flavor, even though I didn't get any crab in that mouthful.
I would say this is delicious. I'm really happy we bought it, and I wish we bought a few more packages. Yeah. But I think that to be honest, I think that if we were there, I probably wouldn't buy it very often because it was still $8. And when you go to a restaurant, it's only a couple bucks more, and you get like a lot more.
It's really good, though. I'm really glad we found this.
I'm regretting not buying more because when you bring it home and it's such a nice, authentic, delicious flavor.
Well, there's another reason to go back to Hokkaido. Alright, so we're going to finish this off. Thanks a lot for watching. Again, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll put some links to our other social media down below. We have an Instagram and a Twitter. So we'll see you in the next one.